Oh shit. Okay, so it's only three threes with 60 minutes in between. It's not that bad, to be fair.
60 minutes.
No, sorry. 60 seconds. Fucking hell, you get an hour break and then fight for 3 minutes. Mad that, like, yeah, I thought, you might want to look at the sexy lady. Girls with muscles, what are your thoughts on that? Like, I'm talking about the jack girls, like
on steroids.
Yeah, like the posing girls, you know what I mean? Like, the compete.
Do what you want, innit? Like,
No, that's not what I'm asking. I'm not like, what's your general opinion on it? I'm saying, like, do you find that attractive, or?
There's a limit. Like when they're at like stage lean,
oiled up and everything, so they can show off.
I'm not a fan of that. Like when they get super lean.
Yeah, you like a lady with a bit of junk.
I'm not like when they're on, see like some women on steroids and they're like, it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
That's not, it's my type.
Yeah, I definitely think women should be more encouraged into weightlifting, because I feel like there's that whole sort of like, oh, you don't want to look manly, which is a shame. But yeah, I don't look at other women, so I don't have an opinion.
Oh my god. Tell you what, I'm out of it today.
Yeah, but it is what time is it? It's 6 minutes past 9. I'm probably going to make the worst jokes you've ever heard, and Louis going to laugh at them because it's 6 minutes past 9 in the morning.
I'm very sleep deprived.
Yeah, it's Saturday, so this is basically live. You know what I mean? You're seeing this. I cannot.
Exclusive.
Yeah, the editing on this is going to be as minimal as possible.
It wouldn't even be a transition. It'd just be hello.
Yeah, just imagine a cool transition and then like cool effects or something. The fucking like 2006 Word like transitions.
Like
the PowerPoint ones. That's not what I want about. Yeah.
Have you seen it's like people taking the piss and it's a 10-year transformation and they kind of just go like,
oh yeah, and they like slowly stand up. Yeah.
We'll do that for a transition, just something like that.
Those videos are cool though when you see like the actual ones.
Oh
like,
yeah.
5 years they just had to take a picture of themselves in the same spot.
I saw one. It was a guy. He was traveling.
Oh, is it the one with the beard?
Yeah. It was like 900 days of growing out his beard, and it was like clean shaved to just absolute Gandalf at the end.
Yeah, that's what Finn keeps saying he's gonna do, but he grows a Cleopatra beard. Like, he just gets like the tuft.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm throwing stones from a glass house. I cannot grow good facial hair at all.
Can relate to Finn.
Nah, yours is better. You had the neck. You had to like persevere through the neck beard for ages.
He was always like just on the right side.
Yeah.
That's why I sit on this side. So I've only got, you can see my right side profile.
Yeah. See, I've got two good sides, so it's fun not an issue for someone like me.
Like my left is like, my right's way better than my left. I always look more tired on my left. Like my dark circles seem more apparent on the left side.
Do you sleep on your left side? You sleep on your right, don't you?
I'll like,
you toss and turn.
Yeah.
But like I notice, especially when I'm taking my passport photo, I need to send my passport off. It's like I'm sort of lazy on this side because that's the side I sleep. Yeah, like fucking my brother had a stroke. That's not a funny joke. But I fucking love doing that to people.
Were we doing the stoned episode?
What do you call it?
Is that a plastic bottle?
Oh, fuck off. I love microplastics. Yum. Right, that meme made me laugh so hard.
Fucking hilarious.
If you don't know what we're talking about, you clearly don't follow us on Instagram. So, get on that.
Fucking snakes. No rats.
Yeah.
Oh, in Liverpool in like year 7, everyone's Instagram bio was like no time for rats.
Oh god. Mains only. They know.
They were like best mates and then like loads of initials.
Yeah. Man. God, that. It's so weird. the shit we used to do as kids. Like streaks. Streaks is so like.
Does anyone even do? Like, people definitely still do streaks.
I've got a streak, but like I got one with Georgia because I fucking talk to her every day.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean? It's like that's just like a thing. That comes.
Sound.
But the fact that people would like, you see adults on Snapchat. Adults on Snapchat is a weird thing anyway. Like I feel like once you get past the age of like 20, you should probably stop using Snapchat. But they'll do like, you know, black with like an S or like streaks no reply.
It was when people like go on holiday and be like putting a story up. This person's managing my streak, so don't send anything.
Oh my god, yeah.
Bro, what? Fuck off. I don't care.
Yeah, that was heavy.
And then if you like had a streak with someone, and then they'd be like, "Oh my god, you lost our streak."
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
They're what do you call it? There's a thing on Snapchat I've done with Georgia a few times because we had like I think ours was like 300 or something. It was like a year.
Sure.
And then she didn't like send because it only counts if you send a photo.
Yeah,
She hadn't sent me one, so we lost it. And you just go on Snapchat settings, and you can just be like manage and then streaks, and then you just fill out a form. It's literally you just put your usernames in, and they'll be like, yeah, Snapchat crashed, and then it gives you a streak back.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you can get your streak backs. It's like some. Yeah, bro. For I don't think you'll ever need it in your life. But if you're like 13 years old and watching this, then yeah, you can get your streaks back.
I have to get your streak back tutorial.
Yeah, it's £9.99 if you want the full like uncensored version.
Do you have any?
No,
specific?
I don't. I'm going to sit here in silence and nod and
yeah. Stare at the camera.
Good point, Louis. I'll make good content, you know, staring contest. I win. I did, but I've forgotten them. What was it? Oh, I won. What is your most embarrassing memory?
Ooh,
because I've got
a few.
Yeah, well, fucking one happened to me yesterday. Like, I was staying at George's, and like George's dad was there. George's dad is an intimidating man. He's, you know, done military service. He's from South Africa, like spears on the walls and everything. But, you know, trying to be nice. So I'm like making food, and he's like doing something with like a big thing of like beef, I think it is. I'm trying to talk. I'm just trying to make conversation, whatever, because it's awkward.
Do you like still find it awkward with like her parents?
Yeah, because they don't talk that much. Like George was saying, yeah, like we don't, as a family, we very rarely talk, and as my family, we talk a lot. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so I'm just making brief conversation. He's like talking about the meat and like how he pulled out a big lump of fat, and he's like, you know, I can't do anything with this. And I was like, oh, that sucks. And I was like, there was like silence, and I was like, fuck, what do I say? So I was like, so what is your favorite type of meat? And then just scraping the bottom of the barrel for conversation. And he just said he wasn't fussy, he'll eat anything. And I laughed because I was thinking, yeah, this dick. But then afterwards, I went to training, and Georgia took me home, and she was saying, like, while I was gone, he was like saying, yeah, Yanik asked me what my favorite type of meat was, and like, but he said he appreciated that I was making conversation. So that was embarrassing. Go on. I've started your term.
There was one time I remember coming out of school. This is when I was still living in Wales. This is in primary school. Mm-hmm. And I remember, this is the first thing that came to my mind. There was someone's mum who I thought was my mum. She had like she had the same coat on, but she wasn't. So she was facing the other way. So that's how I'm coming out of school here, and she's facing this way. So I run up and I'm like, "Hi, mum."
Oh,
and then
that one is particularly.
I see her turn around, and I'm just like, "Fuck!" Like wanting to kill myself.
Yeah. That's a sticker. You ever called a teacher mum?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that before, but I did it in like year 2, so I got away with it. When did you do it? Year 11.
Just last week. I can't remember why. Like I know I've done it before, and it's just kind of like, fuck.
Yeah, you know,
like when you realize, you just kind of like, and then everyone's like, "Whee!"
Yeah.
And you could like just take the onslaught of abuse.
Yeah, it's god damn. I know I've definitely got more embarrassing stories. There's a lot of times where it's always so painful where I'll see like some of the boys in the street, and then so obviously me being a mature adult, my way of saying hi is like that from wherever I am, and then I'll look past them slightly, or there'll be someone in front of them that thinks that I've just a random stranger has just decided to be like, no, you know what, fuck you. And I hate it. I hate because you see like mums with their kids, and I'm like,
To the mum.
yeah, you know what I mean. That's always that happens surprisingly often. You think I'd stop flipping people off, but you know, no. What about you? Have you got anything fun to talk about?
One of the things, a hypothetical situation.
Oh, I love this. Go on.
So let's say you're in school. Everyone's in school, and on the news recently, there's been this virus going about.
Okay, yeah. Can't imagine what that'd be like.
And everyone's, everyone's on edge about it. And this virus is giving zombie-like symptoms.
I'd kill myself. That's always in any zombie situation. I'm killing myself. There's no positive outcome. Like you either have to wait 10 years, hopefully get a cure. Like you ever seen World War Z? That's what I imagine would happen. That's the most realistic zombie. Or like 28 days later, you're just going into apocalypse zone. I don't even have to hear the rest of the question. I'm killing myself ASAP Rocky.
Oh.
What about you?
I'm finished.
Go on, finish. Go on, finish.
So, you're in school, and you're watching Boris is on the news being like,
Yeah.
waffling.
Well, blue passport.
And obviously it's getting bad. And then, like the emergency broadcast system, like the like this is an emergency broadcast.
Yeah.
That like cuts the government broadcast, and that comes on like everything just. That comes on, it goes out. Everything's just gone to the shitter, and then you hear like in the distance. You look outside the window, and there's like zombies or whatever coming into school. So you've got a limited time.
Oh, what do I do?
What do you do in that scenario? So you're on T floor in school. Like, you're on T floor in school.
Sound. Jump off. Fiddle with the window until I can get out. Like there's no good. Like what? I feel like when it comes to zombies, you're just delaying the inevitable, and I don't want to be torn to shreds as the way I die. You know what I mean? Like,
I suppose what you do depends on what type of zombie.
Yeah, that's the thing. I suppose.
World War Z zombies, I think everyone's fucked. Because if you watch World War Z, right, and it's just like they're like manic.
Yeah, unless you're ill, they don't give a fuck if you got cancer. Like they won't care. You got fucking common.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, true. But if we've all got COVID, you know, it's all good. Right. I imagine the first thing that happens is sheer panic. Everyone starts shitting themselves. I think the most responsible and sensible thing to do is start vomit crying. Yeah, like that maybe.
Sorry, on a side note, when people do cry like that, people are like seriously breaking down, and they are like,
Bro, it's the worst.
It's not, obviously it's not fun to look at, but it's kind of funny.
It's funny to laugh at, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of the sort of, if you're crying like that, then you're going through it. Yes. But it like, it's very fun to joke about. Yeah. God damn.
Sorry, carry on with the zombie shit.
I don't know, like, because I feel like I just gotta like call some people and be like, this is it. You know what I mean? Peace out. This was fun. I've seen a bit, I guess.
All right, let's say it's not like World War Z zombies. So if you watch Walking Dead,
Are they like no, not really.
So just imagine like a slow kind of.
Oh, see, yeah, that's different.
That's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, if they're not like, like Call of Duty zombies where they can jump up 8-story buildings and chase you and shit. If they're not like that, if they're slow moving, then you got way more of a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it'd be weird. We don't really have sort of a gun supply in Mold, do we? I think there is a shooting range near though that we should definitely go to, but you just gonna have to sort of try and pick a weapon. I assume it's like you got to stab him in the brain. Like
yeah. That's the only way to kill me. Yeah, stab him in the brain.
Bro, it's so awful. I remember I read something about zombies and it was like the reason that they have like super strength and shit is because their brain is dead. They don't have the sort of thing that sort of stops them. Like in the sense that you could bite your finger off if you wanted to, but obviously your brain's like, no, please don't. That'd be a fucking stupid idea. They don't have that, so they will just throw all of their force into everything they do, which is such a man. Zombies scare the shit out of me.
I used to love zombies, like watching like The Walking Dead and shit, and like always like watching like zombie videos. Like, how to survive a zombie apocalypse? Because everywhere I went when I was younger, I was always like, right, if the apocalypse comes now, what's my like escape and go to your plan?
Think that your own house should have a bunker. If you can afford it, would you have a bunker?
Yeah. If I can afford it, then sound. If I can afford a bunker, then I've also got money to spare, haven't I? Like.
True. Although you just make one yourself. See, like Colin Firth. Although Colin Firth is definitely rich. There's some of the shit that he does. See, but before I came on the podcast, I made I did it again. I made the promise that I wouldn't be like because I saw it in the captions that you and I'm just like yeah. So we need to stop doing that. Be confident in what we say. All right, we're the men. In a zombie apocalypse, I'm going straight to Miles' house. I reckon. Miles' house is. I've said this to him. He's got the farm. He's got like all that shit. He's pretty like. Well, I'm probably just gonna kill myself. There's what do you call it? Do you think that I did it again. That zombies are happy, and you think
well, they're brain dead, aren't they? They're just like. Their goal is just.
But maybe that's like they're just trying to spread the positivity, bro. They're living the dream. They've got the oasis in their head right now. No stress. No thoughts. No nothing. Just brains, I guess.
Maybe what was that film? There was a zombie film, and it was like zombies could also feel emotion as well. I can't remember what it was called.
There's Warm Bodies where like
yeah. I think that's it. Yeah,
it's on Netflix now.
Is it?
Yeah, I remember watching that when I was young. That was like a decent film. Where what's his name? Oh,
it was some like just some like teenager guy.
Yeah, he's from X-Men. What's his name? I know his face so well. I have to Google this. He's Beast in X-Men.
I haven't actually watched X-Men.
What the fuck, really?
Yeah, I didn't watch films.
You're boring, bro.
Thanks.
Nicholas Hoult, yeah, that's it. Nicholas Hoult is him, I think, and he like falls in love with that alive girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty weird though, isn't it? Like,
it would be pretty weird.
Because like, what if they just turn around and like, psych, you just.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Do you think that zombies and humans could live in harmony?
No.
No. It's like I Am Legend, isn't it?
Yeah.
At the end.
Have you read the book yet?
I'm halfway through.
Oh, yeah.
It's decent. I'm just sort of like picking it up. I've obviously torn the pages, bent, folded.
As I would expect.
Yeah. Lou lent me a book, and so I'm obviously gonna break it as much as I can.
I value my books.
Yeah. It's the only thing he's got. That was nice. Needed that refreshing. Where my coffee breath is bad. I can tell.
The worst thing, like the worst breath you could have, is like people who wake up in the morning, immediately have a fag, and then have a cup of coffee.
Bro, my dad is always complaining about like digestive problems and like needing shit all the time, and I'm like, okay, well,
what are you eating?
Yeah, like you're old, so it makes sense, but at the same time, your breakfast is a cigarette and a cup of coffee, and like have some like. I don't know, have a pan of chocolat or like have a brioche or a croissant.
Something of sustenance.
Just like an apple.
Yeah.
Dad, please.
So, my plan, since no one asked, for the zombie apocalypse.
I don't care. No, please go on.
In the school, when everyone's panicking, I'm gonna be completely calm.
We're just gonna have a quick meditation session and be like,
Since I'm better than everybody because I meditate.
Yeah, true.
I have a sense of spiritual enlightenment that no one else has achieved but me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be able to keep my calm. I'll stand up on the table, announce the start of my new cult. If anyone wants to join me, they can.
Mm-hmm.
If not, there will be a sworn enemy.
Yeah, obviously.
And then grab a chair, go out and just ram through everybody. Make it back to here, grab whatever I can. Probably try and go to like my grandma's, because there's a gun shop near her.
Where'd she live?
In like Holt. It's like on the outskirts of Wrexham.
Oh shit.
It's quite a little small village, and it's like right by the River Dee, and there's just loads of like fields and whatnot around there, and they've got like a little greenhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So if I could probably like survive like a tomato a day or something, like if it comes to it.
Yeah, I'd raid the peanut butter suppliers in Tesco and stuff like that because you only need like a spoonful to keep you going.
Yeah, get like a lot of tin food because they don't perish, like non-perishable foods.
See, but everyone's gonna be going for it though, aren't they? That's the thing.
Yeah, that is the thing. You just gotta.
Yeah, but
Scrap.
I've done a month of MMA, so fucking.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't think £500, Joseph is gonna be able to stop me. To be fair, like what was that film? Is it Zombieland?
Which one? Like what? What happens in the film?
Have you not seen?
No, I've seen Zombieland, but I saw Zombieland like 8 years ago.
It was like one of the rules. It was like stay in shape because
yeah. Oh yeah.
And this was like it's like a clip of like a fat guy running from a zombie.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna be like the first ones to go.
Yeah. 100%. What are the rules? There's like I remember double tap.
Yeah, double tap.
Always check the back of cars. Stay in shape. I feel like a little more. Was there 4?
There was quite a few. Would you try and go alone, or would you try and like get a group of people?
See, this is something that I never thought about Apocalypse Size, but I Am Legend made quite like obvious. You'd be horny, like because you right. Obviously, right. Hang on. There was no thought behind that. After so long of apocalypse situation, if you were on your own, you would be horny all the time. And like that's a battle. Because yeah, you can beat all you want, but like, especially in I Am Legend, when the sexy vampire women are looking all sexy apparently, like to have that in your face and have to be like, So I'd probably pick up Georgia, and then I suppose in an apocalypse situation it was just like I'd probably kill her after not long. No, it would not take long.
Just edit that out.
No. Be warned.
You really got to think who's a liability and who's an asset when it comes to the apocalypse. Like, because you got to remember, every person is a mouth to feed.
True.
So if someone's not pulling their weight, it's like you're gonna have to just kill them.
Yeah.
Like you can't like have them just sitting about being a bum.
No.
Even in general, I don't want anyone sitting about being a bum in my house.
Oh fuck! Right, here are the rules. So yeah, cardio, double tap. Beware of bathrooms.
Everyone who doesn't do cardio in the gym is gonna be fucking
True.
shitting it once the apocalypse comes. That's why I train cardio all the time. I'm getting ready for the apocalypse. So I got to train legs as well, so you can run.
Oh, seatbelts.
Seatbelts.
Travel light.
Travel light, yeah.
Don't be a hero.
Yeah.
Limber up. When in doubt, know your way out. Ziploc bags. Check the back seat. Enjoy the little things. Sunscreen. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Nice. Yeah, guys. So when the apocalypse happens, and you can be like, "Oh, that's fine. I watched the Biased and Educated Apprentice podcast. I know what to do." If you watch this podcast, you're better than everyone else.
Yeah.
And you should think that and then go and push that out in your life.
Yeah.
Because thinking you're better than everyone else is such a healthy and great way to live.
It will boost your self-image. We've talked about self-image a lot
Yeah.
and how self-image affects your mental health. Have a good self-image. You're on the right path.
Yeah, you know, it's like in every situation, the best thing to do is always pick the biggest guy and immediately try and fight.
Yeah.
Well, what else are we supposed to do?
Be a bitch.
Exactly.
That's not an option.
Do you want to be at the bottom of the dominance hierarchy? No.
Or the king.
Yeah, bro. You be sit on the throne, all right?
Who would you say? So like in the
I don't know.
apocalypse, you're still in school. You're trying to get out.
Yeah.
You can tell like you pick like 5 people to come with you.
Oh,
Who
no.
would you pick?
No, I already know exactly what I do. No, I didn't even think about this. People are gonna go mental, right? People are gonna be very scared, and when people, the time when people are the most dangerous is when they feel like they're backed into a corner.
Mm-hmm.
So people are gonna start fighting. I know exactly where I'm not surviving the apocalypse. I know that. I've come to terms with that. So I'm gonna have as much fun in that little time as I possibly can, and I know exactly who's getting it. I'm not gonna name drop, but I think you know exactly who I'm thinking, and anybody who knows me knows exactly who I'm going to fight immediately. I'll sniff him out, bro.
Can I say it? Like just edit it out.
Yeah, go on. He's getting it. Who do you think?
I was gonna say
No, I fuck. No one else fucks with the right.
he's a paedophile.
Well, see, right, right.
He's a fucking paedophile.
It's not been confirmed.
It has.
Has it?
Yeah, because he's had like nudes on the of like a underage girl. on
Yeah,
his phone.
but he was also 14 at the time.
No, I was like, you're 12.
Okay, right. I don't fuck with. No, I.
We've discussed this before.
Bro, I never remember that shit. Right. Okay. This is the thing. I'm nice to him.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm so nice to him. Probably shouldn't.
Yeah,
It's a tricky one.
maybe we need to talk to him. Like, what happened there? Like, because the thing is, everybody hates. And I think that's a very hard thing to have to try and deal with all day, every day at this age. And so I will always be nice to him because no one else is. Even the teacher, fucking Miss McClellan doesn't care. Like, she'll shout at him when he'll ask a question that Sam has asked, and it's like, but no, he's fine. Like, he's annoying, but
Yeah, he is.
he had my back with the Reese fight when barely anyone else did, right? From the start in maths, he was like, yeah, Reese, Yanik's gonna knock you out. And I was like, I like that. No, he's getting it. He's getting it so fast. I hate him so much. He's my nemesis. Is there anyone, would you even be thinking that?
Nah, I'd be thinking, right,
Survival.
I'm gonna get like a group of us, and then we're just gonna go and live off in the country and set up base camp.
I feel like it would be handy, but
Yeah.
no, because he's going to find me, he's gonna find, and they're just gonna have that weird thing.
Editing this bit out, post recording, just like privacy and that. Yeah, man, enjoy. I did that bit as well.
Just edit out the names.
Yeah,
I-
it's gonna be pretty obvious now, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe, but
Who cares? Controversy brings us views.
God, yeah, can we just sell out 100% for this thing?
Lose all our friends.
Yeah, cut out a bit, I'd say. Yeah, it's for the best, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'd probably get Finn, probably get Ken's. If you think you're just gonna kill yourself, then I'll just let you kill yourself.
Yeah, I'll come hang out. You know what I mean? I might enjoy it. Could have fun.
I know Ken's got a shotgun, so that'd be pretty useful.
Yeah, but what happens when the withdrawal kicks in? When
The nicotine withdrawal.
Yeah, you wanna go to Tesco and get supplies. Ken's going to the gold vape involved.
God, can you imagine? There'd actually be people who are like, nah, I don't need to get food. I need to go and stock up on vape.
Yeah, literally. I need my liquid. I need my vape, my jewel, like
I need my Elux bar.
my box mod. Oh my god,
I need my inhaler.
selling disposables and shit.
That's quite funny now how people like see people like literally use when they're out of breath, use their vape.
That's horrific.
Literally like playing football and like
That's bro.
That's bad.
That's so bad.
That's so sad as well.
It is.
Why do you vape? If you vape, why do you vape? What is the point?
Well, because that's the thing. It's nicotine, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's
got
nothing
deep claws.
I can understand like you smoke weed, you want to get high, right?
Yeah,
you do coke, you want to get high on coke. Yeah.
We get like a Nicky Rush.
Yeah, but it's like.
Have you ever smoked tobacco?
No.
No, I've only smoked tobacco accidentally, and even then it's been like because I know the feeling so well because it's saliva comes off the back of your throat and it's disgusting. But I
don't understand the people that are like, oh yeah, I really want a fag right now.
Yeah, smoke a cigarette. Don't get because the thing is with vapes is because they smell so good. Kids are like, ooh,
and they're like bright colors.
Yeah, they rip fat clouds, and it's like this is it. You know what I mean? It's just smoke if you're gonna vape, just smoke a cigarette because that like some what was it? I think it was an Elf bar or like something. It was like 20. They're like the highest amount of nicotine they can legally have. So smoking one bar is like 400 cigarettes or something, and people are just going.
And that's the legal amount, like the high, like
yeah, they push it to the limits, like 24 milligrams of nicotine, I think. And people that we know just go through them daily.
Yeah,
like that, 500 plus.
I think they're gonna turn out worse than actual fags.
Yeah, that's the thing. They could probably be used as a tool for quitting, but because of how easy they are and how big they are as well, I think people will stop smoking cigarettes eventually to move on to this, and this will be worse. You see like kids our age who are already wheezing and shit. See, I read a thing. Some girl passed out and like lost the use of her legs for a bit from vape use.
Oh.
She said she hit it. And then she passed out. Stop vaping. Stop smoking. Smoke cheese instead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just smoke more weed.
Weed is healthy, good for you, and
not addictive.
It's not addictive. You can't actually get. I'm not addicted. No, I just stop whenever I want.
Yeah.
Right? Louis, tell me I can stop whenever I want.
Yeah, no, it is bad. Like seeing people trying to quit. They're like, yeah, I'm stopping now, and then like 2 days later, they're just back on it.
Yeah, addiction is a very difficult thing to like talk about because there's a lot of shame in addiction.
Yeah,
and I think that a lot of people are addicted to things that they don't even talk about. You know, like you could say I'm addicted to my phone, which would make sense. I think
everyone's addicted to their phone.
But when it's something, say like a substance.
There is a sort of stigma.
Yeah, 100%. There's all sorts of things like that. There's stigmas because no one wants to talk about it because of the stigma, and also, I think addiction is a very hard thing it's a hard pill to swallow in the sense of realizing, oh, okay, I am actually addicted to this thing. I need this thing that like you get chemical dependencies, and there's also like mental dependencies.
Yeah, that's probably like the first step in quitting and like getting rid of your addiction is like having the humility to be like, oh, I'm actually addicted to this. Like I think that is the first, because you have to realize it first.
Yeah.
You can't you have to like actually know you're addicted before you like stop.
Yeah, you have to want to help yourself, otherwise you will never get anywhere, and which is. It's when addiction, because if I was addicted to weed, I'd be going to pick up, when I have money, you know what I mean? But when people get chemically addicted to substances, and they're like, I will sell my belongings because I need it that bad, that's so scary. You see crack addicts in America, and the fucked up thing about that is the fact that the government created the crack epidemic and shit, so they could.
Did they?
Yeah, bro. It's the whole war on drugs. Like they did it. It's all racism, basically. It literally the reason weed was made illegal was because they said that it made Mexicans go crazy, and like they were gonna like kill you and shit. crack was pumped into poorer areas by the CIA, so they could then like say, well, this is black people. Black people love crack because they just pushed it into the hood. And
Jesus Christ.
yeah, no, bro, it sounds crazy, but it's true and it's fucked up. They've like admitted it and shit. Big Pharma.
Legalization does help with that, because immediately once you like make a substance legal, it sort of reduces the stigma around it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like less of a fear of like, oh, I'm addicted to heroin. If you are addicted to heroin, I'm not addicted to heroin.
Yeah, I've never done heroin, but if you had some, you know what I mean? I wouldn't, you know.
Of course. Yeah, like legalization does help with that. And in countries where they are legalized, they have such better programs of helping those addicted.
In Portugal, I think Portugal legalized almost every drug, and crime rate went down, like, because the thing is, once you legalize it, not only is it taxable for the government, which increases profits, they can regulate it so you know you're getting quality stuff. And sorry, am I boring you?
No.
We don't shut the fuck up and go. No, yeah. When I'm talking to you, I want you to look at me. All right. Yeah, crime.
It's my attention span.
Yeah, because it's what time is it now? Is it time to be awake yet? Yeah, crime. All that. Fuck, I've said crime rates go down about 8 times now. Jesus. They can tax it. They can regulate it. Legalization, I think, is definitely the way with all shit.
You save money on the police as well, because like they don't need to like go.
Yeah,
like,
it's
arrest
so
people.
stupid wasting like all that valuable police time to go do a drug bust.
So did you see there's a photo of Boris, and he was when he went to Merseyside,
Oh,
and he was like
yeah,
proper like decked out with like riot equipment and like bulletproof shit, and he goes to Ukraine and he's just in his suit.
Yeah, I saw that. Apparently, that was like missing context, but it's pretty funny, the fact that he's scared to go to the Mersey.
It's a fucking war zone out here.
Do you see that Boris Johnson got fined £50?
Yeah, fuck. It's a fucking bullshit.
It's a joke.
People who would have broken the rules, who aren't politicians, would have got fined way more.
Yeah, they got wasn't the fine like 10 grand or something. It was something so fucked up.
But it wasn't like he has like one person around. There was the multiple fucking huge parties he had, and he got 50.
They should all be fined, realistically.
They should all just go to prison.
Yeah, no,
They should all just be in prison.
Like, they are the fucking prison, you know what I mean? Like, they're not like super high up, but you'll never see them in a fucking the same cell as some random cunt off the street, you know what I mean?
If you saw them on the street, would you attack them?
No. I'd like fucking, what you call it? What's his name? Keir Starmer or a mole, didn't he?
But, yeah, but like, no one knew, so it's like we couldn't organise the assault.
Yeah. That's the thing. If we did, we'd get in so much shit, but it would be also so satisfying. You know what I mean? To just punch the fuck out of like any of them, except Jeremy Corbyn, because Jeremy Corbyn's the only good politician there's ever been. He got like.
Please leave this podcast.
The media ruined Jeremy Corbyn because they didn't want him to win. Like, bro, you got what? Are you gonna be mad that he's an anti-Semite?
I just don't like any politician.
No, yeah, that's the thing. That there are no.
I don't like no politician is a good person
Apart from like the Green Party, because they're so small, they will never get as like proper seats, which keeps them good. You know what I mean? It's so depressing. Fucking hell, we started this talking about apocalypse and then the politicians, and now it makes me think that because the apocalypse is very potentially like soon. You know what I mean? We might not make it to 60. We might not make it. There's like fuck. We've already talked about this. We need to talk about happy shit. All right. What's your most sad, depressing memory, Lou?
I think. Sorry, I want to go just quick back to the like hitting Boris Johnson on the street. I think if I had like, when this pops off, and this is a source of income as well as the brand, I don't need to care about if I lose my job.
Oh, because we'll be internet personalities.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We'll probably get even more money. Like if they see that Louis from Bias Educated and Prejudice podcast assaulted Boris Johnson.
Yeah, but this is the thing. It would just have to be, yeah, hi guys, this is Yanik, and I don't have a co-host because he's in prison for 3 years to life.
I'll Prisons have like fucking everything in the cells nowadays, don't
Oh,
they?
yeah,
Like,
you can hop on the phone.
I'll smuggle some shit.
Yeah, true.
Have you seen the way they like fly a drone over and the
Mhm.
guy's like waiting at the
Yeah.
window to get like a iPhone 6 and then like he's just on Snapchat in prison like
Yeah. What? How, have they got Wi-Fi in there? Like, is he
I
on
don't
contract? Like, how are they doing that? God damn. If like you got a call, say the half an hour your phone is on in the day, and it was like, this is Mold Prison. Would you like to accept the inmate call from Yanik? Would you answer? Would you fucking
no.
Yeah, sorry, meditating. Bye.
Did you not get that reference?
Oh, the Ben.
Ben,
The
yeah,
talking
Ben.
Man, I used to love talking
Yeah.
Tom.
Talking Tom, yeah, the cat.
I had the teddy that you could say things into. Like
Really?
I liked it that much, bro. Yeah, I'm a real fan. No, you fake posers out there.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I hate Speed. Like, you know, the guy who was like making the videos with Talking Ben.
No.
What?
No.
No, surely you know who Speed is. He's like, I don't know if he's like a streamer. Like, I hate him.
Oh, I think I might know who you're on about. I don't really know that many internet people. Like
This guy, I show Speed.
oh yeah, him.
Yeah, the one who's like Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah,
sweet. Yeah, I hate him.
Why?
He just annoys me. I don't hate him. Hate's a very strong word. I'm just tired and negative. I don't like his content, but he has made me laugh. So I suppose he succeeded, and I've lost again. Another L.
Another L
The
to the
daily
book.
L. Yeah. God, my fucking leg is hurting. I'm sore.
I'm only complaining when you got a fight coming up.
Well, I see this thing. I don't even know if I'll get on the card. Everyone
Better come and watch Yanik get sparked out.
Get knocked out 10 seconds in. I might potentially. This is the thing I don't want to talk about because I don't want to.
Turn the light on.
It made no difference. It's kind of dark, isn't it?
Yeah. Carry on.
Turn your brightness up. Yeah, I don't want to talk because it's like a potential. I don't want to be one of the guys that talks and doesn't do, you know. But I might potentially have an MMA fight in July, which would be interesting. So yeah, come watch. I'll get knocked the fuck out. Awesome. Yeah, or submitted, you know, or TKO'd. God, that would be heavy to watch. One of the boys get TKO'd.
It's always after as well, like what your boy's gonna think. Like I would be supportive. I'd be like, it's alright, bro. Like, just, you know, go again next time, next time. But like, a lot of the casual fans would be like,
Yeah,
because they don't understand.
No, yeah. This is the thing, though. It's like the defense for that is, well, have you ever done it?
Yeah.
Like, we can go right now. You know what I mean? Like, I always say to Finn's always chatting shit. I'm like, Finn, we can do it right now.
Yeah.
I literally don't care. Finn is such a master at chatting shit. It pisses me off. But yeah, that's the thing. I'd feel more disappointed in myself, and I know that in my head I would think that everyone else is disappointed in me, even though I don't think that would necessarily be the case.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, imagine the opposite. Imagine all the boys come out as you get dragged off this opponent by the ref.
That would be amazing.
How would you
like,
celebrate?
Well, like after I've knocked him out,
Yeah.
I'd just be like,
Yeah, you do like the
yeah, get on top of the cage. Like,
yeah, fair enough.
what would be your like ring walk music?
See, I've actually thought about this. I don't know whether to go for like sort of get me in the mood or go for funny. You know what I mean? Like mess with the head of the opponent and go for like Bowser's theme tune or something.
Yeah, 'cause you want to be in that zone, don't you? Where like, right, I'm ready to like fully damage this person.
Yeah, it's kill or be killed.
But you also like for the gram in it, like you want to have a cool ring walk music.
Yeah.
I've got I'll show you.
This is your ring walk playlist.
Yeah, I've got a ring walk playlist.
It's full of 50 Cent.
Nah, I think he's got 2 50 Cent songs.
Nice.
It's not like a big playlist.
No.
Kenzie's been like bigging himself up recently. Like he can like in work. He's just like sometimes when he's talking, he's like I can like he thinks he's like I can fuck someone up. And, like he probably could, but like
Time to come spar.
yeah, I said to yesterday he was like, oh yeah, I'm super competitive and just like get me in any sporting situation and I'll do everything it takes to win. And I was like, come spar with me, bro. And he's like, oh, well,
Yeah, bro. Oh, so yeah, that like okay. That could be true. Come spar, we'll see.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we can do MMA sparring with boxing gloves. You know what I mean? Okay. Back it up.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. That's why I fucking love Street Beef so much, because their main thing is glove up or shut up, and it's such a fact. If you're not willing to throw hands, be quiet, sit down.
Maybe we should do that. Should we organise a street beat?
I tried to. It didn't work, did it?
We've got the camera. We've got the camera now.
True.
We've got a social media audience.
Like 3 viewers. Woo!
We can monetize it soon.
True. Oh yeah, we could. You know, I'll be the new Scarface. Where it always like I find it funny how he just stands in the cage with them. Like he wants the best view in the house because it's his thing. So he'll just walk around the cage, like getting out of the way and shit.
Being a ref would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Imagine like obviously it's your job, so you've got to be alert and like ready to like step in and like actually like be a ref.
Mm-hmm.
But can you like imagine watching like your ref in Romero Costa fight, or like Ngannou and Silgan, and you're just like you're like a 5'5" guy, and then these like 6'7" behemoths are there just absolutely scrapping, and then at some point, if one of them gets knocked out, you've got to step in.
Oh my
and
god!
Separate them,
bro. That's so scary when they're like swinging and banging, and then you get
you
hurt.
wanna-
Yeah, just like, come on, guys. I just like, please stop. Come on, the bell went. Oh, guys.
like what? Like if they decided they were pissed off, and they were like, right, I'm gonna continue fighting. How are you gonna stop them?
You can't.
Yeah. How are you gonna stop Francis Ngannou from scrapping? If he wants to scrap, he's gonna scrap.
Yeah, it's when people get like knocked out, but they like sort of recover like almost immediately as the ref stops it. So they go for the ref.
Yeah.
Like it's
that.
like fuck off, mate.
Yeah,
the hammer face. What was it? The Herb Dean podcast with Joe Rogan is interesting because do you remember? Did you watch the Robbie Lawler Ben Askren fight? Okay, well Ben Askren gets Robbie Lawler in like sort of like a weird bulldog choke, and like Herb Dean like stops it and Ben Askren wins, and as he lets go, Robbie Lawler's like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? And it was sort of like a big controversy thing. But Herb Dean was saying, like, as a ref, your life is in my hands. Yeah. Because he goes out, you watch his hand drop, and then he just recovers really fast. But it's like, if I don't stop this and you die, it's then on my conscience. It's my fault, and everybody, like your family, all that shit, know that I'm the reason you lost your life. He has to stop it. Yeah, which is a very like damn.
It is better to be safe than sorry. At the end of the day, like you don't need to like you don't have to like. Teddy Atlas describes it best in how like the fighters should want to always continue fighting, but like it's up to the ref and their corner to defend them from themselves sometimes because they'll just keep going. There's also the if you watched Julio Cesar Chavez and Maldrick Taylor.
No, I haven't.
It was a fight and Maldrick Taylor was doing really well and probably would have beaten on Chavez on points, but there was like 3 seconds left in the final round, and Chavez, bear in mind, Chavez looked completely fine. Like Maldrick had landed more punches, but Maldrick was like fucked. He was like, and his face was all like blown up. And it was the last part of the round, and Chavez was just bang, bang, bang on him. But there was 3 seconds left, and the ref stopped in and waved it off. And the ref said after, like when in the post-fight interview, because the interviewer was like, "Why did you stop this fight?" And he's like, "At the end of the day, it's up to me to save this guy's life. It doesn't matter if there's 3 seconds or 300 seconds left. if I feel he's not fit to continue, then I'm gonna stop it because it's his job to protect him.
Yeah, it's facts. That it's
better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, when you're dealing with people's lives, it's
because you can either be a bit pissed off or you can
be dead.
Or have some like life changing injury and then like never be able to fight again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd rather be on the safe side.
Yeah,
I would probably be pissed off in the short term.
Yeah,
but then I'd calm down and be like, okay, like I understand what the ref did. He's just doing his job.
Yeah. There's like in the Robbie Lawler thing, he's like, I'm like, what the fuck? And then he has like a walk on like the cage, and he's like, oh, you're a great ref, man. Like I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very like mature and respectful. That's, to be fair, that's a big thing. Is sportsmanship in sports is often overlooked, but I think it's like, would you touch gloves?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like before you start fighting, in the sense, not just when the ref like does it there. Would you walk back and then do it again, or would you just come out fighting?
It really depends how I feel. You already touched gloves anyway, so it's kind of like, oh, there you go. But yeah, you can. I probably would.
Yeah, I think I would just out of like habit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would you ever fake a glove touch?
No.
No.
That is sly as fuck.
I love the instant karma videos of your fake glove touch and just get head kicked in it, and then like you just see him go like.
That is scary when someone gets knocked out like that though, because
it's freeze.
Because it's just your whole body just shuts down and you just.
I'd hate for that to be a clip of me just getting.
There's always you always see like the cool like knockout highlights and shit, but can you imagine like being on the other end of that?
Mm-hmm.
You're the one who got folded.
This is the thing.
You've got to see it all the time. Just some guy, dead.
I think if I got folded like that, I think I'd post it on my Instagram, because it's like it's sparring, you know, and you clock the fuck out of me. Like you have to post that shit because otherwise it controls you. You know what I mean? You're always going to be in fear of this video and people knowing, and the fact that this is something that happened. Whereas it's like, fucking hell, he got me. Sometimes it's a good exercise in understanding that you're not the best.
Yeah.
If you're able to publicly think like, okay, yeah, I lost, then it's so much better than the sort of denial and the ego of no, he was lucky, you know, I like blah 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 blah. You just like, yeah.
It's always playing on in your head. Then if you like just the truth and just like admit like, oh yeah, he was better than I. Like
it sucks, but it's one of them.
Yeah.
Kevin Holland had a very good point where he lost a fight because of a headbutt. Like there was a collision, and he didn't even think about. He was like the interviewer asked the question. He was like, "Well, did you not think about the fact it could be a no contest?" And he was like, "Well, if we were in the street and that happened, I was on the ground. He would have won the fight. You know what I mean? Like he could have done whatever he wanted. So as far as I'm aware, I lost." And that's a very because you see like fucking Aljamain Sterling, like bad knee, 100% very illegal move, but then he's like, I feel like a fake champion, and then 2 days later he's like, I'm the champ, look at the
with his belt.
Yeah, Cheetah Yan. What do you think about Aljamain Sterling winning?
Did I tell you what, I fell asleep watching that fight.
Yeah, did you watch the recap or anything afterwards?
No.
Oh, P0rn got cheated 100%.
Really?
Yeah, the sort of the first I think it was the second and third, or it might be the first and second. There were 2 rounds where Aljo had ground control, where it was just sort of on his back, in a body triangle. Just
yeah,
sort of
I watched the first round or 2 and then I fell asleep.
Yeah, I wasn't that impressed as fights go, but it wasn't an awful fight. But yeah, even Dana White was like, yeah, I think Yan won.
Really?
And that's like when the boss is saying, obviously he's not a judge, but it's like he probably knows a bit, you know what I mean, being the CEO of the UFC. But did you watch the Gilbert Burns Hamza fight?
Yeah, that was the main fight I was mostly interested in, to be honest. That was a fucking good scrap.
That was a good fight.
It was mad seeing Hamza get dropped and because it was just an all-out war.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah.
Watching Hamza walk out and he's like, woo!
Sitting
and he's
on the fence.
and just jumping about everywhere and You see, Bruce Buffer like gave him a warning. Like he was like walking around, and then Bruce was like, right, step back now, mate.
Oh no, I didn't see that. Damn, fair dues. So I think it was 119 significant strikes Hamzat took in that fight versus taking 2.
But he's been tested now, isn't he? He did well for like jumping up to number 2 guy.
Oh my god, yeah. Do you think he can beat Covington?
Oh,
I don't know. I think that'll be a fucking. Well, see, this is the
that'll
thing.
be a great fight.
It's gonna go to the ground, isn't it? Realistically, they're both big wrestlers.
Colby's a small welterweight, and Hamzat is a massive. Like he looks massive.
Hamzat's big. Yeah, he's tall. He's like.
He can easily fight at middleweight as well, couldn't he?
Oh,
like he cuts a lot of weight to get to welterweight.
Does he fight in middleweight? I thought he did. I know he's got.
He had like one fight.
Was it Meerschaft that he fought in middleweight?
I don't know, but it was because like he fought in welterweight, and then like a week later he fought in middleweight, didn't he?
Yeah, and won both fights. Like a beast.
Yeah, that definitely would be interesting. I think that is probably like the next fight to make. Colby and Hamzat, and then there's who's been fighting next? Is it Leon?
Fucking Floyd Mayweather, yeah, or Canelo, whoever. Yeah, I think they're doing Leon 3, which would be cool.
Fucking Floyd's fighting again in the exhibition in Dubai in like July.
Who's
or
he
June.
fighting?
I don't know.
He's fucking bro. He's a bag chaser.
Yeah, he's making fucking money doing it. So like,
he doesn't
who cares?
need an extra 100 mil. You know what I mean?
Apparently, he's not good at saving any of his money. Like, apparently, he spends the majority of it.
That makes sense. When you're getting boxing money like that, you're getting 100 mil per
It's not
fight.
just boxing. He's got like strip clubs.
Does he?
Yeah, in Vegas. Whenever since I follow him occasionally, like if he's gonna be like there or whatever, he's always putting on like the strip club and just like some girls on there. I'm like, oh shit, I want to follow some boxing content, but like
yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate seeing this. No, I hate the OnlyFans shoutouts or the amount of fucking meme pages I've had to unfollow because it's just I don't even know, like
just bird like
random bitch. Like,
don't check her story.
oh my god, yeah.
But all the bots as well. Like,
in the
how
comments,
do I delete my story?
yeah, why does everyone go into the bathroom after seeing my video? Shut the fuck up.
No one's looking at your video.
No one.
That's
no
there
one
probably
cares.
is quite a few people looking at the video.
Probably.
Incels.
Yeah, the worst of mankind.
Have you completely quit porn? When
Yeah.
was the last time like, you watched it?
See, this is the thing. Like, seeing OnlyFans things count. I count that as seeing porn.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I
like
mean?
it's like softcore.
Yeah, so it's like pretty recently, but
Like going on going on the hub.
a while ago. Like I'm not entirely sure. What about you? You've been hitting it up every night.
No, but I have definitely relapsed a few times.
Makes sense.
But like definitely a few months. Probably like for at least like it was probably definitely like last year,
Fair.
and then it's like months, if not like a year or so in between.
It's weird. I went through a phase once I first quit, and I was like, it was like it's sort of difficult for a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wait, I mean, like I'd want to, and I just didn't.
Mhm.
But then after for months, I just wasn't horny at all. Like I just didn't have the drive. Weird sort of time.
I find that with like I find that porn kind of killed it in a sense, and then when I stopped, I sort of came back, and then I was doing like NoFap, and then that sort of killed it again. Because I like looked on a line, they call it like a flat line. Apparently, they're like it comes back, but it's like thinking about it, like realistically, we are supposed to, like it's a bodily function. Like
Yeah.
the whole thing, you saying like you don't use it, you lose it.
True.
Like it makes sense. Like I don't. The thing with not like beating off or anything, it's like it shuts down.
No, yeah.
Like it's sort of recently that I'm like kind of getting it back. Because like it's a weird one because the sort of like NoFap community is literally like, I stopped fapping for 90 days and now I can speak to women. And it's like, you're like, what?
Yeah, it's full of incels that don't get any, you know what I mean? So it's like, we're going to make a community, so we're going to, like, one, give us an excuse, and also make it seem normal for people to be like this.
There are definitely some benefits. Like, there's times where like, I felt maybe more energized and like I had a little more focus, but it just goes away after a while. You just feel like...
Bored.
No, it's not bored. It's just kind of like...
I got bored.
Not dull, in a sense. Just like... Just flat. If that makes sense. Like, I don't... It's weird to describe because it's the flatline kind of thing isn't really talked about, and like that no one speaks about that in the NoFap community. Like, everyone's just like... yeah, now I can make eye contact and like... you know,
Jesus,
it's like that. It definitely did help in terms of like discipline, because you got to have it's just resisting that urge.
Yeah.
Which is a good lesson for, I think, for young men to have that discipline and to resist, but like also like you're supposed to have that drive, and like when you like lose it, it's kind of like, what is wrong with me? Like,
yeah,
it's scary because there's times where I'm like, hang on. I haven't felt anything in like months.
We're also coming out of puberty as well, which is a big thing because, like, fucking hell, Jesus Christ, I was horny all the time. Like, I was a very horny teenager. I think as I've become an adult, a man, you know, it sort of goes down. I think one thing that people don't like talk about as much is how I think sex should be prioritized. It's like a, you know how you would like meditate or not go on your phone. I think sex should be included in that sort of ritual because you need it. Sexual frustration is very like detrimental.
In a lot of Hamza's videos, he talks about how there's like the psychologist he's been reading. He like reads on like psychology and whatnot because he's working on his mental health and whatnot. And one of the top things this like famous psychologist put the priority above food was sex.
Good.
Like the like number one thing, and there probably will, because now with like the upright, like there's so much porn and like, overstimulation and shit out there. Like there's gonna be a lot of sexually frustrated like men coming up because they just watch porn and they don't go out. You know, they're just socially retarded.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, like, because you just watch porn and then that's how you see women.
Yeah, true. Yeah, like it's a very, especially coming out of the pandemic where people haven't been able to necessarily meet up with other people in 2 years. Porn must have been on the boost like 1,000%.
I would highly recommend like stopping watching porn.
Yeah,
like in terms of my mental health as well. Like it's definitely, I've noticed a difference. You always like, you know, you're watching porn and then you finish and then it's just like
the personal shame.
Yeah, it's just like
yeah,
what have I done?
yeah. It I think there are benefits and negatives to start watching porn. I think don't watch porn and then go have sex. That's make sure you're still masturbate because it's like medically good for you to, you know, flush out the system every now and again being 8 times a day. But it's a difficult one because porn is bad like long term 100%, but also giving up porn can be bad long term.
Do you think?
Well, in the sense of like if you're not getting any and you have sort of, I suppose, actually, no, I take that back. Don't watch porn.
Yeah, I think that's probably the way forward, because like porn itself, the more you watch it, the more it messes up with your brain, and like the more like desensitizes you.
Yeah, definitely. It's you begin to expect these things from women that are unrealistic, and also it can fuck with your self-image if you're seeing giant 12-inch slongs and then looking down and being like, what the hell, man? Just so you know, it is normal for guys to only last 25 seconds maximum.
Yes.
That's the average and expected. And if a girl should expect anything else from you, dump her.
Yeah.
Fucking women these days.
Expecting so much from us.
Literally, like, we men try our best.
Yeah.
I think we do a pretty good job. But they won't know, I need more than 2.5 inches in 30 seconds. Like, fuck off. I've got nothing left.
Yeah, the sort of like your libido definitely isn't talked about. What can happen on NoFap? Like, there's no videos talking about it like on YouTube. Like, I've read about it online, like on forums. Like, yeah,
4chan and shit like that.
no, fucking hell, don't even touch that shit.
Yeah, don't.
But some of the benefits that they talk about is like my testosterone went up, and like it might do, and like Hams always talks about like, where you said about the medical benefits, you always like, I need to have a wank.
Yeah.
Like you do, but just don't watch porn, because there's the two sides, and like I don't think there's any positive to porn, to watching it. For the people who are making it, they're probably making bank, but like for people watching it, because it's kind of weird. You think about it, like you wouldn't sit in a room and watch two people have sex.
Well, that's actually you get sex shows in Amsterdam, and that's the exact thing you do.
Well, never mind. But like, a 13-year-old boy isn't gonna watch two.
Yeah,
adults
that'd be pretty fucked up for the adults to do. To be honest.
Exactly.
Yeah, I suppose that's a good way of putting it. I think porn can be educational. I think 100%. I've definitely learned shit from watching porn that I wouldn't have, because you get like sometimes like I remember going, not even to beat, but going up to be like, how do I do this? How do I do that? And there are some just like, you just see a couple that like do this, don't do that, and it's like, okay, cool, thanks. Now I can go forth and share. But I think overall, yeah, the cons outweigh the pros.
When was the first time
that
you watched porn?
When I was like 10, me and my primary school friend, like best friend at the time, Matthew Atkinson, went on my mom's computer, and he was like showing me, like he showed me, he was like showing, like, he went like hot college girls or something. And it was like, and there was like a massage video of this like couple doing it, and I remember so vividly being like, he's just peed on her. Why is he just doing that? Being so confused, but because I didn't know what cum was. It's like, huh? But then I think the first time I like properly did it, when I finally got the courage to go on Pornhub.com. God, I was so stressed. Oh man, I think it was about 12, and I got a pop-up ad, and it was like something about it was like illicit searches have been found on your computer, like the Apple's your phone will shut down now, and obviously it just being a shitty pop-up ad, like I had no idea, and I shit myself. I quit the app, turned my phone off, reset it, put it away, and I was like in my bed, like, oh my god, my mum was gonna find out, oh my god. I was watching like random, just a porn video on Pornhub, but I was so scared, and then obviously realised I was fine. Probably about 12, I think, when I first watched porn, I think. What about you?
I think I was probably about same as you said, about like when we first watched it. What age were we in year 6? Was it about 10?
Yeah, 10 then. You're 11 in year 7.
Yeah. So about 10, because I remember one of my mates just taught, he was like, oh, I watched porn, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
What? And he was like, yeah, it's relaxing. And I was like, what?
Yeah, that's.
And then eventually I went on the hub, and I was just like, I didn't know how to wank, so I just kind of just like looked at it like, ooh.
Yeah.
As I watched this video, and I was just like, okay. And then there was like a brief period where like from like year 7 I didn't watch it. I just kind of like forgot about it.
Yeah.
And then in year 8, then I
Then it happened.
re-stumbled upon it, and then it was just like every day, just like
Yeah.
get home. It's like
Shit. Fair. The expected thing to do at
Yeah.
that age. I mean, you've got to. I think it can be important for development to have that sort of rite of passage.
maybe not porn. I think it definitely like messes up with the brain in ways we don't probably yet know.
Extended use daily, yeah, that's bad. I think you have to watch. Like, I think maybe you don't have to watch it, but I think to be cool later in life, you have to have those sort of experiences. I think there are some vital experiences that you have to be cool in life. Like, you have to get shouted at by the teacher. You have to like get into an argument with your parents at least once or twice. Yeah, there are certain things you have to do, otherwise you're just gonna be a little cuck of a man. You know what I mean?
I don't think necessarily watching porn has to be that though. Probably if I had the chance, I probably wouldn't.
You never watch porn?
Yeah.
Like, from the start, you would never have done it. You'd be such a loser.
The thing is, it's again, it's another very accepted thing, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, and rightly so. I think.
I think if I was to watch porn, it wouldn't be like on Pornhub. Just like I prefer like a magazine or something because I feel like that would be less harmful to the brain.
Why? Because you're not getting exactly what you want.
Yeah, with porn, you can like if you want it, it's gonna be there. Like you can just new video,
Yeah.
and that's quite damaging to the brain. I think.
What's your favorite genre of porn?
Big ass.
Big Ass Fair.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Mine's MILFs.
Porn addiction is like a real thing as well.
Yeah, no. Oh my god, yeah.
It's like scary. It was quite surprising when I seen Terry Crews had a porn addiction.
Oh,
and he, like
yeah.
almost like his wife almost divorced him. He almost like lost everything. He was just like every day, like multiple times a day, just like going on the hub.
Oh, see, this is a question because hyperbolics and shit and taking a lot of supplements, like, they can make you horny.
Mm-hmm.
And so obviously because obviously he's jacked. Like,
Probably isn't on roids, but
yeah, probably. The thing is, if his wife isn't willing to, I was gonna make a sexist joke. I've decided not. I'm gonna be the better man. As a responsibility, I think there is some responsibility. If you don't want your man to watch porn because of whatever, then I think as his wife or whatever, there is some responsibility to then help him out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying when he wants sex 7 times a day, it doesn't have to be that, but like at least send him nudes or something. Let him masturbate to you instead of.
Well, no, he said that it was like you imagine like a gambling addiction or like a classic drug addiction. It was essentially like that, where it was just taking over his life. Like that's all he wanted to do. Like he wasn't bothered by anything else. Like that's how bad it can get. And because you're desensitized to it, because you can watch whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like the real world doesn't become as appealing.
Oh yeah, but that's the whole metaverse shit, isn't it?
That is gonna be a fucking rabbit hole. Yeah. If you can get metaverse porn, like there's no need. That's when the incels really like take off because there's no need
for women.
No.
God, imagine. Like, do you reckon it'll be like Facebook? What's the word? Actual like marketed as Facebook is like the metaverse cock sleeve, or it'd just be a full body suit. You know what I mean?
Well, no, it probably wouldn't be that because it would be with the brain where they could just directly interact with the brain. So like, if they're just like Neuralink just in your head and then just stimulate you from there, which is it's fucking scary.
Didn't 3/4 of the monkeys in the Neuralink test die?
Did they?
Yeah. You just see that one that's playing Pong, but the rest died. I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Yeah, it's scary. And Elon Musk also wants to buy Twitter now for like 49 billion. 49.
What's Twitter like? What I don't know. I don't know much about Twitter, but like, what is possible about it? Like, he said it's like got loads of potential or something, but like, what potential is there?
Old people use Twitter, like
old people.
And I say old people. I mean like sort of, like influencers and media people.
Millennials.
And,
millennials.
And like, what's it called? I don't know why I can't think of the word. Known people, like celebrities, people that you know, like they'll use Twitter a lot, and
Yeah,
so
I suppose.
you see a lot of interaction from them. So, and there's also like, you know, free speech and shit like that. The fact that you know how my Instagram removed my comment of saying "bet you stink" to that guy, but the leader of ISIS is on Twitter claiming to be the leader of ISIS. Like, why are you letting that on? But I can't say to some guy trying to beef me that he smells. Yeah, we had our first trigger in, which is fun.
Some stinky guy.
Yeah, go run up the reel. You know what I mean? It's got like 30 comments or some shit. He just, like,
yeah.
I feel like he came from a good place, but at the same time, it was just unnecessary. He was trying to be, you know, the white knight.
It was just a snowflake.
A snowflake.
Just a snowflake. Like, he's defending. I understand the point of he was maybe defending that, like, yes, some people, it's difficult just to get out of bed when you got with bad mental health, but like when you treat yourself good, then that's what's going to improve your mental health. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, you do have to sometimes just force yourself to do things, and it is as hard as it is. Like, it is very hard, but like you just gotta get. I don't want to say you just gotta get on with it because that's a bit harsh, but like
that is what you have.
do just kind of have to. Like, if you want to improve, you have to put the effort in to improve.
And I think the main point that I was trying to push was the fact that mental health isn't an excuse, it's an explanation.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't, if you treat it as an excuse, then you will always have an excuse, and if you have an excuse, you're never going to do what you want to do.
Jordan Peterson said you should treat yourself how you would treat others, how you would care for others.
Yeah.
So like people would, if they've got, like, say they got a dog and you got some vet bills to pay for, right? Because it's got a broken leg or something, and you would pay thousands for say this dog, but you wouldn't do the same for yourself.
No.
So why would you not care for yourself as you would care for others?
Yeah.
Because you would want them to be happy. People want everyone around them to be happy a lot of the times, but they don't look out for themselves as much.
No, I feel that's my big thing is I seem to put everyone else's needs before my own because I'm just that great selfless person. That is an interesting topic, actually, talking about the dog. How important do you think animals are for day-to-day life? Because I think that animals are pretty good for my mental health. Yeah. I fucking love animals.
Yeah, animals are fucking sick. When you get a nice cuddly dog,
yeah,
just chill with a dog, like watch TV or something.
Yeah, you're definitely a dog guy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like both, but
I do like both. But I'd probably say I prefer dogs.
Yeah, I think I prefer cats, but you know, I'm fucking whatever. Bella's cute. I like Bella. Yeah. Where is Bella? I haven't seen her for ages.
She's still at my auntie's chilling. They've got another dog.
Do they?
Yeah.
Is it a good dog or bad dog?
I think it's the same breed.
Oh shit.
They called it Willow. They wanted us to have the two dogs, but Mum was like, nah, because like it's not gonna be found the dogs because like she's working on like Liverpool and like more days a week, and then I've got loads of shit to do.
Yeah.
So the dog is kind of just like chilling in the house doing nothing.
That's why you get a cat, because cats are happy to do that. Like my cat, I've got a very affectionate cat. It's one of the most affectionate cats I've ever met. Like, and she's happy to chill on her own, but she also, if she knows people are in the house, she will chill in that room with you 100%, and she'll like try and fucking sit up here and claw the fuck out of you. Yeah, I think that animals don't get the love that they deserve, and I think that extinction for animals it's an issue that should be talked about more. The fact that we've got so many endangered species in the wild and stuff, and like in the jungles being cut down for it and stuff.
We were talking about this in work yesterday. Just like one of the things that like really pisses us off is like when people like mistreat animals. Like they got a dog and then you can always like hear it barking and shit, and it's like they always keep it outside. They don't walk it. It's horrible because it's not fair on a dog. Like don't get a dog.
Yeah.
What's the point?
You don't need it if you're not going to treat it right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It pisses me off, and then like if you call it the RSPCA, you know, like the woman I work with, Wendy, she was saying how one of her neighbours, they have a dog and always leave it outside, and they called the RSPCA on them, and they went there and they're like, yeah, no, the dog's fine. they're not being mistreated. But like even in the winter when it was like -degrees weather, the dog was just outside.
Yeah, that's awful. I like seeing videos of huskies being out in the snow, and like there was a big backlash because they were like, "Well, why are you leaving your dog outside in the snow?" And then they open the door and they're like, "Come in, come in," and the dog just ignores because the dog's just chilling. That's their natural
It's a
habitat.
husky,
You know
yeah,
what I
it's a
mean?
husky, yeah.
Huskies are fucking sick. Not very loyal apparently though. Apparently they switch up on. It just sort of depends who feeds them, which is fucked up.
Shit.
Yeah.
I was messaging. This is like change topic.
Go on.
I was messaging Joe the other day, and he was telling me something about like revision, and he was like, "Oh, have you revised much?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've done quite a bit." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I haven't really done much. I find it quite difficult to like focus and shit." So, quick topic on like revision tips, like because obviously, because my first exam is in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think so as well. I got my physics prac. What have you got?
I got my French speaking on the 29th.
Oh.
And then I've also got on my birthday my biology prac.
Yeah, which is heavy.
So yeah, off the top,
Off the dome.
what would you quick fire like? And we can discuss more. But like, what would you say like are some like quick revision tips?
Quick fire. Get a revision timetable. If you're a man, get coloured flashcards. Colour is the biggest help for males. They did like studies on it. If you're revising, use colour. It works. It's like you don't have to do the fucking year 8 Emily like all the fancy revision, but just use some colour so you know.
Yeah.
If it's better to do 10 minutes of productive work than it is to do an hour of mediocre. If it's not working, go back, maybe try again later. Don't just try and push through it, because it's sort of like even though that is something that we would normally preach, when it comes to revision,
You need focus.
yeah, you need to be in the sort of mindset to receive information and soak it up. If you're not, then it's just not gonna. There's no point to do it. Don't cram. I'd rather it's better to do little bits over a longer period of time than it is to do a lot in an hour. You know what I mean?
You should already. You should, if you're not, you should already be revising realistically. Like, especially if you've got A levels. Like, fucking hell.
Yeah, A
The amount
levels.
of shit to learn for A levels is insane.
Start revising in February. I'd say that's what I should have done. I did for a bit, sort of went off, started to come back, but not great.
Yeah, I'm sort of like seriously getting into it now. The revision.
Yeah, I need to be.
I would what I do, my like way of revising is I do 30 minutes and I do like my phone's off anyway, but like
It's a way.
yeah, you keep your phone, keep any distraction at all just like out of the room, like 30 minutes, just complete focus, set a timer on, and then do the 30 minutes, then 5-minute break. If you like desperately want to go on your phone because you're such an addict.
Fucking dweeb.
Such an addict. Then you can go on that phone for like 5 minutes, and then 5 minutes, 30 minutes again. Put your phone away, put everything away, no distractions, just complete focus. Then 5 minutes again. Repeat. And time passes much faster than if I just say like, well, I'm going to sit down for 2 hours and revise. Because there's no structure to it. When you structure things, your brain can like process it and like break it down and like actually quantify it, when instead of just being like, I'm going to revise for 5 hours, you go for like 10 minutes and you like, I've got 5 hours, you just check my phone, and then by that time you lost 2 hours, and then you actually not done any worthwhile revision.
No.
Plan everything out, like you said, like a revision timetable, and also just like before your like revision session, set like a goal of like, okay, I'm gonna do these passive questions, I'm gonna do these, I'm gonna do this, and then do it, rather than just be like, well, I'm gonna revise biology today.
That's what I do. I like, but maybe don't listen to me because I'm not very good at revising. I never revised growing up, so now having to do it is difficult for me. I do that. I'm just like, what am I feeling today? What don't I know? Right, I'll go see what math shit I can do, and just sort of go from there.
What usually works is like, when I'm doing passive questions, I'll mark them, and then I'll sort of like note down specific parts, the whole syllabus usually of where I went wrong, and then I can like go into more in-depth revision to that. Like I can make some like revision questions myself and test myself on them, and then you can redo the past year questions to like enhance your revision. Make sure you're getting plenty of sleep. I'm not doing that at the minute.
Me neither.
So at least like 8 hours, and get a lot of physical activity, because that's gonna like give you more focus. You know, you burn off some energy, and then you can sit down and then be like, right, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Not like I notice myself, like when I've trained, I'm like, I'll have some food and I'm like, right, okay, I'm calm now.
Yeah, it sort of depends how like a lot of times I'll get back from training, I'm like, fuck, I cannot. I've got to cook. I've got to do this. No, I cannot do revision. So yeah, light exercise then revise, I'd say.
Just like, so like in the half term or whatever, just like go for a walk. Like, wake up, you know, do like morning routine or whatever. Go for a walk, get some breakfast, and then sit down, plan everything out. It's better to spend like 10, even half an hour planning everything out, and then going into a revision session, like a short revision session, than just sitting down having prepared nothing, because you're not going to do anything worthwhile.
Yeah, I agree. It's scary that this is it for us right now. You know what I mean? Right now, this is the most important part of our lives that we've been through, really, which is fucking terrifying. Like,
it's a big, it is a big one. I'm excited to finish it. Like, that's what's keeping me going through. Just the fact that like after we're gonna have a summer, and then like I'm just gonna be life without fucking school.
Yeah, good life with a job, a full-time job, 40-hour work weeks. Woo!
That's not gonna be me, bro.
That's gonna be us when this podcast blows up, right? And we start marketing our shitty snake oil products.
How to revise better.
True. Yeah.
Well, you can work on that in the meantime. I'll keep posting, and then you can
finally do something.
Set a website up.
Set a website, wix.com.
£500 one-page revision course. Yeah, no, it is a big thing, and it sounds a bit shit advice, but like, just don't stress as much as you can. Like,
yeah,
it's very easy to say don't stress, because then you're not just like, oh, that was easy. I'm just
why didn't I think of this?
You just shouldn't stress.
Yeah.
Like, you know, everything will work out. It'll pass.
Yeah, that's the big thing, is if you try and go into it with okay, I'll do what I can, and what I can will be the best that I can do.
There is, you know, believe in the fact that there is a fate, there is a plan.
Yeah.
There is a plan for you, and that regardless of what happens, even if you do shit, there's always another option. Like, you're not just gonna be doomed to work in Mackey's for the rest of your life. Well, you may be. That may be your fate.
Like, that could be your fate. You're going to become the manager of Mold McDonald's.
Oh my god, can you imagine? Nah. I also, like, when I say about the fate, like, you're not going to end up working at Mackey's. Like, if you are just a bum, then you just treat yourself like a bum, you don't actually put in any work, then yeah, you're going to work at Mackey's. Probably won't even work at Mackey's, probably just claim benefits the rest of your life.
But it seems like the perfect life. Smoking weed in my little flat. Playing Xbox on the dole.
Nah,
Hell
fuck
yeah.
That. Do you want to leave that there? I think we've been going for a while.
Yeah. It feels like I need to piss. I've been needing to piss for so fucking long, bro.
Thanks, guys, for watching.
Thank you.
Episode 8.
Episode 8 down. 2 more until the big one.
Woo! I hope everyone enjoys this episode.
Yeah.
I felt like it'd be probably a good episode to watch.
Yeah, it got, we were very tired. I'm still very tired, but I think we did okay for what we had. You know what I mean?
Good luck in your revision, everybody.
Yeah.
Revise hard.
Peace out.